Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant is caught in the middle of a raging battle. On Monday, Russia again accused Ukrainian officials of targeting the nuclear plant, while Ukraine continues to blame the Russians of shelling the plant. Now, amidst the fears of a radiation disaster, a team of a United Nations is scheduled to visit the facility. International Atomic Energy Agency has reached Ukraine and is currently en route to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant for inspection. The team will assess physical damage to the plant. It will determine how well its safety systems are functioning.
We expect from the mission a clear statement of facts of violation of all nuclear safety protocols. We know that Russia is putting not only Ukraine but also entire world at threat, at risk of a nuclear accident. I do not have any specific update on the leaks. But this is exactly for the IAEA mission to inspect the situation and to come to conclusions.
Russia released visuals claiming a Ukrainian missile strike which punched a hole in the roof of a fuel depot at the plant.
The Kyiv regime continues provocations aimed to create technological disaster at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. On 28 August, Ukrainian forces used an unmanned aircraft to deliver a strike against the territory of the facility. The Ukrainian strike drone was shot down by small arms fire as it approached Special Facility Number 1, which is the storage site of US-made nuclear fuel and solid radioactive waste. The Ukrainian strike drone downed by Russian forces fell on the roof of Special Facility Number 1. No one was hurt and no serious damage was done to the infrastructure.
Kyiv, on its part, released visuals claiming that Russian troops shelled the city of Enroute, located near Europe's largest nuclear plant. Ukraine alleges Russia is essentially holding the plant hostage, storing weapons there and launching attacks from around it. The two warring sides have welcomed the visit by the United Nations watchdog. Experts say any leak at Zaporizhzhia would more likely be on the scale of the 2011 Fukushima disaster in Japan. And there are fears that any leak would scatter radiation not just over Ukraine and Russia, but even spread to Europe and West Asia. For Ukrainians, the fighting around the nuclear facility brings back painful memories they already witnessed in 1986, how technology which produces clean energy can also cause a disaster. At Chernobyl, Zaporizhzhia authorities are handing out iodine tablets to its residents. Iodine tablets help to block the thyroid gland from absorbing nuclear radiation, which can cause thyroid cancer.
I came to receive iodine tablets. In case of radiation exposure threat, we will be able to take these pills in time and we won't suffer from any side effects. Therefore, we are grateful for this distribution. We could come here and get tablets easily. Thank you.
Since our district is located within 50 kilometers reach from the nuclear power plant in Enerhodar, in the area of possible radiation exposure, we are distributing iodine tablets to people, to mainly those under 40 years old. Those who are over 40 years old are not recommended to take the pills.
The Zaporizhzhia plant is Europe's largest atomic facility. It has been occupied by Russian troops since the start of the war. On Friday, 2 of the plant's 6 reactors were reconnected to the grid. This after shelling that caused the nuclear plant to be disconnected a day earlier for the first time in its history. The United Nations and Kyiv have called for withdrawal of military equipment and personnel to ensure the Zaporizhzhia plant is not a target in the conflict. And for more on this, we earlier spoke to our correspondent Sergio Olmos from Zaporizhzhia, and these were some of his inputs.
it would be absolutely essential from where I'm standing. I'm in Zaporizhzhia, just about 30 miles from the nuclear power plant. This area here has been, it includes the radius where local officials have begun handing out iodine tablets to about 400,000 people in this radius. Because of the threat of radiation from the nuclear power plant. We know that the international community would be able to have some assurance because of Ukraine says that Russia's selling the plant. Russia says Ukraine is selling the plant. With this upcoming mission by the International Atomic Energy Agency, the international community would have a little bit of assurance that there is no threat of radiation. They'd be able to see the plant, ascertain any damage, see if everything's working properly. What we know is that the calls for the International Atomic Energy Agency inspectors to be allowed into the plant had been going on for a couple of weeks. Finally, President Vladimir Putin agreed to allow them to come. So that alone is a huge step. What happens after they visit, during the visit, that we'll see. But we know from reporting in the Telegraph and the Guardian that the workers there, workers inside the plant, tell those newspapers that they are being tortured ahead of these visits, that they are being told to keep silent, that representatives from Russian-backed representatives are being installed as department heads, and that they will speak to inspectors. So even before this visit, there is some concern that inspectors might not get the best picture about what's happening inside that plant.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.